Brent Ritzner here. Today, I want to share with you the importance of going beyond can-do attitude. So we have to have this notion of I will. It's because it's really crucial we should have this can-do attitude in our life because everything is difficult if we want to do something significant. And the temptation to quit is always there, where we have to always to justify it's easy to say, oh, I cannot do it, or it's impossible. That's just the easy way out, right? If you start thinking like this, then we can just not do it and feel comfortable about it because it's not possible. But then we really have to have this abundance possibility exploring mindset, which is the can do. So our future is being more towards like engineer, more like a creation mindset. Without that, then we just are stuck into a rut. So we discussed in the previous video about having this can-do mindset is extremely important. But then I wanted to talk about this importance of going beyond that and have to really have a I will mindset. So for me, it's like I wasn't really quite sure what's the extent of this will is important. So I tried, like let's say, doing some kind of project or whatever, and initially I thought it was like possible, and it just keep going and. And stuck in some sort of the walls, right? And I try to figure out left and right or whatever. But at the end of the day, some of the things, obstacles are quite big. What I mean by that is, or out of your control. Like let's say it depends on somebody else's actions. Like let's say if you're dealing with some sort of like legal issues or any of the things, right? Like it's not just you are that have to be respond, but then somebody else's have to respond, and it takes time, and then according to their schedule and whatever. So it's not just you figure something out per se. There are just certain things you can do, but then that systems or whatever are somehow limiting in a way, and that's a reality of fact. It's just whatever you do, eventually you're gonna hit a wall. Now, this can-do attitude I had employ was important to always explore, right? Because okay, there is some other way to do it. Okay, that's good. But I think the will do attitude is go beyond that. It means it's like the importance is the focus is I recognize is towards the ultimate victory in a war. I mean, it's not the battles that you have to win all the time, right? So obstacle hit, and then things didn't go quite well. That is a battle, and then I probably lost, or I lost. Okay, but that doesn't really quite important as long as you have that will to get to the final or whatever the aim that I'm achieving. Okay, let's say I will resolve this. It might not go as I planned to go, but with the will, like, okay, I will do this. It gives more momentum than just oh, I can do it, like I can't, like the possibilities do it. Okay, so it becomes more action oriented. That's the core part that I noticed that it's important. And a lot of times I was more like kind of just thinking about it. Okay, it's possible, but I wasn't really doing it. I wasn't really putting some like I put some effort, but then not enough. Not enough to explore, not enough to get out, like let's say meeting people or talking to somebody or things of nature. Like I wasn't just doing that enough. So how about and it's not that easy, right? I mean, if you can just summon that, okay, I will do it, and then if you can do everything, then life isn't that hard. Everybody can be like mega successful. It doesn't make any sense. So what is the difficulty here, right? So what is the like what if you don't feel like doing it? Like it happens all the time, right? It, it's really important that you think when you don't feel like it comes from your core. Means core value means it's like, okay, this is something that it's not ethically or morally right, or I don't feel right. If that's the case, then but that's the case. The important thing is always like whatever, like a negative or positive, you can get some lesson out of it, right? Like some sort of like, okay, even a thief or even whatever, the murderer or whatever. If you look at it, there is some sort of like lesson you can actually learn, right? Yeah, I'm not sure like what kind of lesson you're gonna gain from it. But then there's something that you can utilize, like possibly, like let's say the thief, right? Maybe yeah, if you do this kind of consequential stuff, that you're gonna get caught, and then that's a problem. There's a risk, so you can kind of think the strategize. Maybe that might be one sort of the lesson you can not to do, like in a sense, or you can in the murder or stuff. Okay, yeah, you have a kind of the negative mindset all the time, and then if you get resentment, and then you just eventually you're gonna get into this type of state of your mind. So I'm not gonna go there, but then there is always some sort of, what I'm trying to say is of a lesson. So as long as you take the lesson out, then it's better to do something that align with your core value, far better. So if that's the feel, just say, okay, I will do it, and then just keep going that direction, which contradict with core value, is not a good idea. It'll start really eating you up. Some people like this type of like activity, and some people really don't. So it's really up to you. You have to actually realize this difficulties, like differences in people, and find your own path. And another thing is sometimes you just feel really tired, like physically. Like let's say you're thinking about it, I don't feel like it, because you haven't slept enough. You've done quite a lot. Then just take a nap. Take a few days off. Right, means it's like not doing this particular things, like, okay, I gotta do it right today, because the quality is not going to be that great anyways if you're really tired and not feeling well. So try to do that something really important in the morning, before everything starts. That's where you have a lot of energy. That how about the doubt that you might have, like, okay, if I put some kind of will, and if I go for it like full energy would I get really the reward that I'm expecting, or I'm gonna just waste all this energy and then time, and then eventually it's this you know possibly wasted time. That'll be like a sad thing, right? So it's important. Like will is not about really. I will is not about the stubbornness. It's just like, okay, everything is going really terribly, right? Like every step that you take is like mediocre or whatever, and then you haven't produced anything. But then just because you imagined like, oh, I will, and then just keep going, and eventually some good things happen. That doesn't really happen, right? So the will requires really the strategic thinking. It means it's you, and also be able to see the result accurately. It means it's like you're gonna have like sort of progress, like small wins, so to speak. So let's say if you want to have some kind of project or whatever, like I want to accomplish something, every single day you should have some sort of like, okay, yeah, I've done something and I improve, I grow myself. That is the step that you need. Okay, and then if you have that, you shouldn't focus about, okay, like, or worry about something in the future, because the future is always uncertain. So the thinking about it's like, oh, I'm not sure this could happen, whatever. It's completely meaningless, and it's just giving you that wrong type of mentality. I mean, you should focus on the present and then do your best, right? Then you're focused on something that it's not really. Nobody knows on Earth. So as long as you see that some progress or good progress, okay, I've done my best. Okay, I thought through, I researched everything, and I'm going to that kind of direction. All we can know is like some sort of like about direction that this direction is going. That's how much anybody can actually figure it out. So as long as you have that, then you're good. You're in a good place. So is it really hard to do this kind of like go beyond I can and then towards I will? It's not that easy, just because humans are technically pain avoidance creature. Means like a lot of times, not necessarily, but then we don't quite like doing something painful, at least all the time, right? Like we want something feel good, and that the will requires is, generally speaking, something when you don't want to do, right? When you don't want to do, you need the will. When you think it's hard, that's when you need will, right? You don't need a will when you want to do it. So yeah, it's not easy, okay? But then you have to have that will, and to supplement that, what's important is really the what you can control. Means it's like your physical fitness, live good, your relationship and everything was stable. That type of things, like the foundational things, will support your will when it comes down to when you have to use this will to just move forward, like take action. And yeah, so you might think, oh, so is it like will is that elixir, right? It's not, right? Like sometimes the problem of the will is you got stuck in one place. That okay, I will. So you're stuck in a place that you should actually get out or abandon and then do something else, because you got to be adaptable. The problem I see sometimes is like people have a lot of like this energetic things. Okay, it goes somewhere definitely, but then stuck in this like one place. Like, okay, this is what I really think it's right, but the evidence shows that then this is just not a good idea. So this is a concern for probably most of the people. Like we tend to get into like a delusional state of mind, right? So always just to make sure that that will is used in the right directions. Like if it needs to pivot, like you use rationality here. So use the will in a very judicious manner. Means just like making sure that you get the small wins and you're going to the right direction. Is there, let's say, any way to strengthen your will? Definitely. Like the strengthening will is like, as I said, like having this like a foundational thing, like good nutrition, like exercise, whatever that strengthen. Also, like small like challenges you do every single day, like expanding your horizon, so to speak, like something that you never knew before, something new, like something push yourself, like challenge. That little like a workout, little bit of exploration, little bit of like strain. And you don't have to do it for the strain's sake. What I'm trying to say is the important thing is do something to grow, like learn, right? Whatever that is, whatever good, that will strengthen your will. Yeah, so the will really overcome this like a fear of failure quite a lot. Everybody don't want it to, like after spending like let's say a few years and all of a sudden you realize like, oh, I made a mistake, I completely wasted my time, right? We don't want to feel it. But then the issue is if we don't overcome that, then we're gonna be always a failure in the down the road, like 5 years, 10 years when you look back. Like let's say when you look back, right? Could you have done better? Probably, right? And why you think like this? Because you probably felt the fear of failure and then didn't really use your will in the right direction. So it's very important that failure has to be an integral part of your success. It means it's like without the failure, there is zero chance that you're gonna be successful. So embrace the failure and then let the will open up your path. And can you, if you do this kind of will, can I get burnout, right? Everything is a matter of degree. You as like human body, you can live life without sleeping. Your will also have to have some sort of the balance, a little, right? At least like having fun, whatever, take it easy. The human's success doesn't require to do full will or full energy entire day. This focus time, like you're gonna have like probably 3 or 4 hours, whatever per day, you can put this will into your effect, then that's more than enough. So by incorporating this will, like, okay, I will do this, then you are no longer the prisoner of your emotions, so to speak. That the fluctuation of it, you can always summon your will and then do what you need to be done. And then that, even just a little small steps that you do every day will lead you to a bigger and bigger success. Thank you for watching. Please share your ideas in the comment section below to help each other, and hit like and the subscribe buttons. so you get notified of the next video. See you next time.